Alrighty, y'all, so the anniversary hype obviously continues, and last night before I went to sleep, I actually did end up putting a community post because there was something that I wasn't sure if people are gonna have a problem with or not, just because this is the first time ever this has happened, and obviously it's not the best type of banners, right? I mean, they are, but they aren't, right? So obviously we are getting 2 pilgrim banners, right? And pilgrim banners are what we aim for in Nikke. Like that's the banner we are all saving our currency up for to summon on. And the reason why that is because pilgrim banners are 1%. Right, the rate up are 1%, right? So it's still a 4% banner, yes, but the rate up for a pilgrim is 1%, not 2% like limiteds, collabs, or regular banners, right? So it's a lot harder for you to get the actual pilgrim character through summoning on their banner than it is to like summon for like a limited or collab character where it's 50-50 regardless, right? And that's kind of why having 2 of these banners, right? I was thinking, okay, were people gonna say this is a problem? And thankfully, we got our results. No, it doesn't look like people think this is going to be a problem, which for me personally, I think is great. We're gonna take a look at some of these comments in a second, but I do want to share my little opinion about this as well. Now, first things first, thank you guys all so much for the support we have been getting. We are so close to 19.6, and obviously, I made a tweet. Actually, let me pull it up. So if you guys take a look here, I made a tweet by the end of 2024. I want to have 20,000 subscribers, and I made that January 1st, 2024, right? So the fact that we're so close to that, I can't thank you guys enough. So thank you guys all for the support. So let's try to get how about 10 new subscribers, and let's try to get 100 likes on this video. Now, my opinion on having 2 pilgrim banners is that it is very hard for me as a content creator to tell you guys to skip some of your favorite characters, right? But then again, it's like when we come to these points, right, in our Nikke journey, it's like, okay, now what did I tell you, right? A lot of you guys, for example, summon for Quincy and summon for Phantom, even though some of you guys summon for Rumani. And my thing is, you guys summon for these characters because you like them, which is fine, right? I'm not gonna sit here and say don't summon for the characters you like, but my point is you are not using them, right? You're not using your favorite characters that you summon for. A lot of you guys who summon for Phantom are not using Phantom. A lot of you guys who summon for Quincy are not using Quincy. A lot of you guys who summon for Rumani, which I don't know why you guys summon for Rumani, but some of you guys did. If you want to know how I know, just join my Discord, there's tabs and stuff you can see, right? But a lot of you guys have done these things and you're not using these characters, and it's like, okay, but when it comes to Grave and when it comes to Cinderella, let me stop calling her Anna since Cinderella is the official name. Cinderella, you guys are going to be using her, but now you guys don't have the currency for these characters, right? And it's like, okay, and this is not everyone, this is just the people who were not prepared. But at the end of the day, I do feel like us as players, and me myself, personally speaking, I have prepared my community specifically for this anniversary. I've been preparing you guys for my anniversary. I'm sorry. I know there's a lot of good characters that came out, but I don't go off based on how good a character is, right? If you're able to get them again in the future, then great. Then we can pass by them. If they're very easy to obtain, right? Just even throughout summoning with modes and stuff, then I pass by them. Anniversary characters and pilgrims in general are what we are aiming for. So I think if you're not prepared for this anniversary right now, regardless if there are 2 pilgrims or not, that's more of a you problem, because I don't think it really changes the fact that there are 2 pilgrims or not, right? You can, let's say you have 20 pulls, right? Let's say you have 20 multis, let's say you have 20 multis on your account. You can do 20 multis on Anichiro, possibly pull 20 multis on Cinderella, possibly pull Cinderella in those 20 multis, and then pity Grave, right? And this is kind of what I've been trying to prepare you guys for the last whole year of Nikke. No matter if the character came out and they were good or bad, right? No matter if they were good or bad, I was telling you guys, okay, are you going to be using this character from this point on? A lot of you guys said, you know, no, they're just something because they're my favorite character, and then you don't use them, and now it is what it is. So hopefully, if there is anybody who is upset, which there looks like there's 21%, for the people who are upset or who think this is going to be a problem, I'm curious to see why. So let me stop ranting and let me stop giving my piece and let's see what some people have to say. So I think it's an issue only because we're most likely going to have a New Year's Pilgrim as well. We guaranteed are. So 2 rate up or 1% rate up banners, then likely 2 Christmas limited characters and another rate up right after. I'm glad that at least they're giving us 21 free pulls for both characters, and that's great as well. But my thing is here's my thing as well. Right now, this is really not going to be a fair take, I don't feel like, but if you are a part of my community specifically, I have chanted and chanted and chanted heavenly that the second half of Nikke is a scary sight. Like, I'm telling you guys, after we get to that July-June month, everything after is a scary sight, because then you have summer, then you have collabs, then you have the anniversary, then you have the limiteds, Christmas limiteds, and then you have New Year's. And New Year's is a scary time as well, because they're probably going to have a New Year's Pilgrim and then rerun either Scarlet or Red Hood, right? Scarlet, Black Shadow, or Red Hood, and either or both of them are still must summons, and then they're gonna have a step up where you're able to pick any single character that's not a limited or a pilgrim from before that date, and it's like you can have access to any of them, right? If you need Litter, you can get it. If you need DK or Wife, you can get it. If you did something for Quincy and Phantom, but you really wanted them, you can get them on the step up. You can choose whoever you want from the step up, and the step up is a very good banner, right? It's an issue to those who were unprepared, and I think that is what it is, right? I know it kind of sounds silly to say, but it is an issue for those who are unprepared, especially if you're from my community. I have been preaching nonstop all year, save for this moment, because we don't know what's going to happen, right? I was expecting Red Hood to rerun, right? But we didn't get a rerun for Red Hood. We got another banner, so it's the same thing, right? It's still 2 banners. I've been telling you guys about this stuff, so if you are part of my community, I don't want to keep saying that, but if you are, come on now. Me personally, no, but my wallet, yes. I like that mindset, but I don't. Okay. I started the game in April this year. Elex banner, my wife, and I can say that planning for pulls in this game is the easiest out of any gacha game, even as a free-to-play. You only ever pull for limited, sometimes on Pilgrim banners in this game. Standard ones, you can always just wait until they go into the standard pull and use your use the abundance of standard tickets. The hard thing and modes, right? So friendship things and modes. Yeah, there's so many ways you can get like non-limited characters, regular SSRs. There's so many ways you guys can get them. You have no idea. There's so many characters that I skipped out under banner, and now I have them LB3 just through friendships, modes, and then also again the regular standard banner. That's what I'm telling you guys. Pilgrims and limiteds are what we should be aiming for, right? And collabs, so I guess that's considered limiteds, but those are the only 2 banners we should be aiming for, because normal characters, you can get them anytime, unless they're just so freaking good. Like Ayn was a very good character, where it's like, okay, if you want a good DPS right now, where yes, when it comes to normal banners, summoning for them on their initial banner is better than waiting, right? Because they're rate up at the end of the day. But if you do not need them and you know you're not going to use them right then and there, even if they're good or not, then skip. There's no problem in doing that when you know you're not even going to use them regardless. It's just how it is, right? In the end, it's all luck. Like the summer banner, summer Rosanna and summer Sakura only took me 3 multis, while summer Mary took me 14 multis. Crown banner, I got 2 copies and 7 multis, and 2 more from the daily free pulls. Got to maximum break her by the end of the event. Not to mention mileage ticket. This game is too generous, to be honest. So the answer is no. Just plan your pulls. And honestly, I agree with that, right? And this is coming from a newer player. April this year was not that long ago. So from a newer player, a new free-to-play player as well, if for a free-to-play to be telling a lot of people this as well is quite impressive. So shout outs to you for sure. I'm sorry, I'm not good with names, right? At this point, I have so many characters and resources. It can be 3 character banners, and I think I can handle it. This game is so generous with pulling resources. If you play every day and skip the bad characters, you have no issues getting the ones you want. Obviously, it's harder for newer players, but that's always the case anyways, no matter the game. Well, I guess so, but I feel like even in Nikke specifically, it's better for newer players, right? First off, if you have the time and effort, if you're a new player, let's say you start the game tomorrow, you could just keep re-rolling. You can keep re-rolling until you just get them and start perfectly, right? For you re-roll on these banners, guess what? you don't even need to summon for 2 characters. You just go for the other one, right? And you're gonna be able to get more than, like, you're gonna be able to get pity before these banners go away with a new account, right? So that's 1. 2, newer players get a lot more resources than older players because they just have, you know, access to a lot more things, right? A lot more new gems and stuff like that. So yeah, Grave fans are winning. Her being a banner character means her kit could possibly be better than if she was a free SSR, who is at best filling the gap in the beginning box to help them break the level 160 wall. Yeah, I'm glad Grave is not a free SSR, because yeah, that's true. If she was a free SSR, she wouldn't have been as good, right? Like, I don't expect the free-to-play Rapunzel to be as good. I just expect her to be helpful, right? I think that having one more banner in this patch is pretty normal for gacha games, so it's pretty okay in my opinion. Yeah, I guess the only difference is this is a pilgrim, right? This is the first time we're having, no, it's not the first time we've had 2 pilgrims. It's not actually, because we had, again, Scarlet, Black Shadow, and Modernia. So this is the second time we've had back-to-back pilgrims, actually. Not the first time. This is the second time. I didn't even think about that. And back then, it wasn't a problem. So I don't think it would be a problem right now as well. My only problem, since I always put aside a part of every paycheck into Nikke funds, is that Rapunzel is a free SSR. I know that since she's free, there's a little chance she'll be useful. I think she'll be useful. She's just not going to be as broken as you want her to be, but she'll be useful because Snow White is very useful. Plus, this, I've already seen this Rapunzel has a taunt and the shield, and she's on the 20-second cooldown. That's already good because they haven't given out a free pilgrim that's a burst 1 20-second cooldown. The only one in the game is Dorothy. So if you don't have Dorothy, guess what? Now you have a free burst 1. They've given, literally, you have a free burst 1 20-second, free burst 2 20-second, and a free burst 3 40-second character. So now you kind of have 3 free characters if you were able to get them, right? Shift up if you are, please have mercy. Okay, for me, I'm going to use my golden tickets to Snacks Cinderella and then actually pull on Grave. That's what I think most people should be doing. If you did prepare for only 1 banner, this is what you should probably be doing, right? Pity Cinderella, because she's gonna guarantee be better. I feel like Grave is a support, so she's gonna probably have longevity, but then Cinderella is also anniversary DPS, so she's gonna have longevity, right? But I feel like summon or pity Cinderella and then pull on Grave. I feel like that's the move, right? And then if you want dupes, then by all means you can control what you want to do from there. With that, I should be able to build up again for the Christmas units again. Yeah, because if you're pulling on Grave's banner, and let's say you end up pulling Grave while summoning, now you're building up pity for the next limited characters. This is how you got to play the game. You got to use your brain. Like, I like this. That's the White King. I like that. The only thing I'm kind of disappointed is that Grave was a burst 2 instead of burst 3. She looks really cool. I'm at the part of the story where her mask isn't broken yet. Okay. So my only thing is, like, okay, because we have Union Raid, because we have Solo Raid, I'm not necessarily worried, but I don't think Grave is surpassing Crown. So in just general content, you're probably still putting Crown on if you have Crown, right? It isn't as so good. It isn't so much a pilgrim problem, it's a book skill problem. They're having skill resets as well, so if you've upgraded characters you just never use, go ahead and reset, right? And then they also have, like, kind of upgraded that with simulation, overclock, and stuff like that, right? But I understand what you're getting at. We just had Eva that had 4 new characters in 3 weeks, and then Quincy and Phantom in 2 weeks, and now 3 pilgrims. How am I supposed? Well, Quincy and Phantom. If you don't, how much of you guys use Quincy and Phantom, right? Like, I'm sure, I'm not saying they're not being touched at all, but Quincy and Phantom, when you knew the anniversary was coming up, like, I feel like that's a you problem. If you leveled up Quincy and Phantom when you knew we were coming up with an anniversary pilgrim, I feel like that's a you issue, because you're always gonna pick Cinderella over Quincy and Phantom no matter what content you're doing. So it's like, I don't get it, right? When am I supposed to get the books for all these Nikkes? I guess, sure, right? Again, you just gotta kind of plan with that though, right? Let me go more to the bottom, because I don't even know if we're gonna be able to get through all these. For free to plays like me, I won't keep up with the meta, but I'm gonna play casually. Okay, cool. I'm new, so no clue. Great. PP, great. First, shout outs to you. Ever since selling their stocks, they started to really sell you as much as they can, be it simultaneously skins, or characters. I would be okay with it if their packs were like Brown Dust 2, but they're not. Maxing out a character is impossible unless you are a Giga Will. I don't think so. It depends what you're saying. Yeah, when it says maxing out, if you're talking about like getting them core 7, sure, but that's any game. Like getting a max amount of dupes for any characters is gonna be a Giga Will thing. That's the whole point, right? That's the whole point of them having a dupe system, is for the Giga Wills to keep going and getting the dupes so that they could be considered Giga Wills, right? But if you're talking about like leveling up their skills, no, let's not be ridiculous. If I reset my skill for example, who do I not use? I don't use OG Scarlet. If I reset my skills for OG Scarlet, all the skills on my OG Scarlet will go on my Cinderella. Problem solved, right? So it's like, it is what it is. No, bro, I already got them 400 golden tickets. Great, perfect. It's a problem because it's a sliding slope, and the longer we can put that shit off, the better. We are well on our way to 5 weeks, 3 SSR events now. Well, first off, 3 SSR, where 1 is free. Let's keep it a buck. And 2, this event, let's keep in mind, y'all, this celebration, we're getting a boatload of multis, right? What is it? Up to 200 pulls. And I guess that's not all. No, for the actual advanced recruit, we're getting 98, a total of 98. That's not including top grossing potentially and all these other things. Like, thank you for, for 1 year or whatever. I don't think that's including all those things. Actually, I can go back and take a look. Yeah, look, literally, this is not including, first off, it says 98 advanced recruit. I don't know if it's all from, let me see if I can find a better one actually. All right, unfortunately, I can't find what this is, but I don't know if this 98 is including like, oh, here's 1 free multi because we've reached the 2nd anniversary. Here's 1 free multi because we hit 800,000 viewers. Oh, it says right here, right? This includes 4 keys, the 80,000, right? But it doesn't say anything about, oh, like the extra 10 pull for just hitting the 2nd anniversary on the actual day of the anniversary, which is November 4th. They usually do that, but I don't think they include that in here. And then again, top grossing is a possibility as well, so let's keep that in mind, right? Grave is a pilgrim. Yes, she is. Let them whine while we eating good. Yes, not a problem. Yes, I am spending and farming gems like crazy. I want both the skins. Sure. Yes. Ask again once I've tried to pull. Okay, that's silly, but sure. There goes the chance of Red Hood rerun. Not really, because again, she could rerun on New Year's, right? So yeah. Modernia reran on New Year's, so yeah. No, with them giving us 200 pulls, we basically get 1 for free. Again, it's not 200 pulls on just these banners, it's just 200 pulls in general, half and half, like 10 pulls limited banners, advanced recruit banners, whatever, and then 10 pulls towards the actual thing. I mean, I guess you are getting, because you got 21 on both, right? 21 free daily pulls on both of the banners, right? So yeah, someone correct me if I'm wrong, but I literally need like 400 golden tickets, right? The core does not give that much to stat boost, and I already have synchro device over level 200. No, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. Only summon and use pity on Pilgrims Limited. Won't have any problem, right? So yeah, and then I guess we want pilgrims. If we want pilgrims, like this is what we want in Nikke. We literally summon for this. I only click yes because Cinderella is there. Okay, well, okay. As long as they're not limited. Okay, they're not. Well, I'm balling out on this one. Not a problem unless you are careless spending your golden tickets, right? So it's literally, I guess everybody's just kind of in agreement. The only like issue I'm seeing is that either people are not prepared because they summon on every single thing else, or because they just don't have the currency, right? That's it. But other than that, I think they're going to be generous with this event itself, so you're fine. I think other than that, you're going to be good with, if you already have your golden tickets, you're going to be fine. I don't think it's a problem, right? I think the second half of Nikke is a problem, but I don't think them having 2 pilgrim banners for an anniversary is a problem at all, especially when New Year's last year, or this year, New Year's, we had 2 pilgrim banners and a step up banner, which were all kind of must summons, right? Black Shadow, Scarlet, Modernia, and a step up that allowed you to get any summonable normal banner character from the beginning of the game up until that point. That include Blanc, that include Noir, that include the schoolgirls, Tia and Naga, that include Litter, that include Alice, right? And this year it's gonna be every single character that came out this year. So D Killer Wife, E-Leg, freaking Ein, Zwei if you need more Pierce buffs and stuff like that. Like it's gonna be crazy. So it's gonna be a lot worse when we get into the New Year's, but even still, and New Year's is not gonna give you like that much currency, right? It's gonna be a regular event. You're not gonna get like 100 free pulls. So it's gonna be definitely more scary New Year's than it is now. But I genuinely think this is I think it's fine, right? Am I ready for this? I have enough to pity one character, but doesn't mean I can't just go ahead and spend to get the other one. I'm 16 multis away from what's it called? I'm 16 multis away from guaranteeing another character, and 10 of those multis already are coming for free from this event. So it's gonna be your boy Zxous. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next 15. That's 5, I guess. 5, I'm a 5 away with the free stuff and all that stuff. I'm 5 away because I already have a multi saved up and stuff like that. But yeah, it's your boy Zxous. Let's try to get 10 subscribers off this video, 100 likes. Let me know your thoughts down below in this comment video, or under this video if you didn't comment on the community post. But this was a long one, 20 minutes. I hope you guys enjoy some of these longer videos, me giving my opinion to some of you guys. I am going to keep reading some of these comments here because I am very curious about every single person has to say this time, but I don't want the video to be too long for you guys because we're kind of just getting the same answers now. So it's your boy Zxous. Let me know what you guys think, and I'm gonna see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace. Motion.